Hi everyone, welcome back for a lap guide of Brands Hatch. This is actually quite a tough circuit. It's very fast and there's some very, difficult corners throughout this. As you come down the main straight here on the left, the second barrier is going to be your braking point. You're going to come down to third and you're going to start trail braking into the corner. You must be very careful about this as you will end up in the sand trap if you're going a bit too quickly. As you make your way up here, you'll see this red part of the barrier on the left. That's going to be your brake point. You're going to come down into second gear and actually go a bit deeper into the corner, just so that you can get a nice exit angle out here. You can take as much of this curve here on the left as you want. You're going to keep going, and here, just before the curve here on the right, you can start braking, and again, going down to second gear and turning in a bit early. So you can take some of the apex. Again, you can take as much of that curve as you want, as long as you keep two wheels on the tarmac. You must go through here, and just after the curve on the right, you're going to start braking down to second gear. And what you really want to do is here on the left, where the curve becomes smaller, you want to have your wheels close enough to that so you can get a nice exit angle coming out here. And you're just going to fully accelerate through here, going through all the gears. You'll get it to the end of about fourth gear by the end of the straight. And then just here, and the final point, you're going to start braking down to third gear, and at the apex on the right, you're going to start accelerating again out of the corner. And just here, at the red part of the barrier on the left, you're going to brake down into third gear and turn in early so you can take as much of the entrance curve as you can. And for this corner, it's quite tricky. So just here on the left where you see the barrier, you're going to start braking in a straight line down to third gear and then turn in early. So you can take as much of that curve as you can, as well just get a nice exit angle. And here the final marker here on the right, you're going to start braking down to second gear and turn in early so you can hit the apex on the left. You're just going to fully accelerate down here, and by the time you get to the end of the straight here, just before the final mark on the left, you're going to brake quite hard and then turn in early into third gear, just so you can get a nice exit angle out here. You're going to come in a bit tight towards the wall, and then you're going to unwind a bit more to the edge of the track. So as you can see there, I did a 129.3. So it's actually a really fast circuit. It's really difficult. I like to compare it to a mini Nürburgring because it's very fast and there's very little room for error. So as you're going through this track, you must just make sure that you don't go into any of the sand traps or anything, and you must just have a clean race, pretty much. Also, as far as strategy goes, I think it's going to be a two-stop strategy where everyone will start with 30 liters of fuel. And it's going to get you around 3 to 4 laps initially. And then what you can do is you can then race for another 10 laps or 13 laps, depending on what you feel. If you want to go for an undercut or anything like that. But it will definitely be a two-stop race. And that's because I recommend you use the soft tire. Because of how much grip you need on this track, you need to stick with the soft tire. Even as it starts to wear, you'll still have quite a lot of grip left. Also, the mediums and the hards will just slide around a little bit too much, and on a track like this, you'll find yourself going off the track quite often. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race. As I said, this is quite a difficult track. It took me around about 60 or so laps to kind of understand where all the limits were for the car and for the track and find all the braking points. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting because it's a 20 lap race, and the strategies are going to be very interesting to see what everyone's going to be doing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you stick around for the race.